Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Teresa with Critters Crochet, and it's our live. Hello, Nova. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Sherry. Wore myself out making my. I bet so. That's a lot of work. Happy birthday to your son. Uh, I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm going to wait for the numbers to pop up for a little bit, and then we will get started. Shannon may be on in a little while. We'll see. I'm just sitting here working on a customer order. I've been crocheting my arm off today. Hi, Katie Lou. Hey, Rachel. Awesome. I'm so glad to see everybody. I have been since I left and went to California, and I was gone as long as plus Ohio before that. So like 3 weeks of not being in my crochet room. I absolutely have gotten behind. I've got customer orders to finish. I have stuff for Shannon and I's Film to Fiber this month that I'm working on. And yeah, I've been crocheting like a crazy woman today. So, what have you guys been working on? What have you all been, any projects you're working on? I'm telling you, since getting my craft room organized, and you guys probably think I'm silly. And you probably are thinking, well, duh. But since Shelly helped me my friend Shelly helped me and got this all organized, I've got compartments for everything that I need, and it's right in my reach. My table is now in like a U shape, so I can turn and work here, or I can come over here. Y'all, I've been so much more relaxed up here in this room, and being able to get creative and thinking clearly. And I cannot believe the amount of projects that I've been able to finish today. They were small ones, but still, having this room organized and cleared up is doing such wonders for me to be able to get things done, and I am loving it. Let's see. Hey, Heather. Heather is working on her first towel topper. Oh, fun. I love making those. Rachel, another cardigan, a blanket made with Tunisian squares, a bag, and that's just for starters. My goodness, Rachel, you're busy. Yeah, over in the hallway on my shelf, I have probably 6 baskets that have whips in them. So I am making a list of like 4 things and checking them off as I get them done. And when I get done with those 4, then I'll start on another 4. And I'm just taking them in little bites. Sherry says, I made my son a pig and a blanket from a pattern I found on Etsy. It is so cute. It's one of his birthday presents because he likes pigs. The blanket is granny squares. That sounds so cute, Sherry. I would love to see a picture of that. I bet that is adorable. Well, I'm working on, I had a friend of mine that wanted me to make her kids a Bluey and Bingo doll. So this is the pattern, Bluey and Bingo. And I found it on Etsy. Conlana Amigurumi patterning. And so far it's coming together pretty quick. So we will see how it turns out. Oh, your sweet kitty, Nova. I love seeing your sweet little kitty in your videos. So tonight's live, Shannon and I decided that we were going to talk about conversion charts and writing patterns. So, do you guys? I also have the same granny squares box you have. My bookstore said May 24th, the new one will be out. Yes, I saw that, Rachel. The flower ones. Hold on a second. Where is my box? Oh, there it is. Right on top of those books right there. Yeah. If you guys saw my video today, I featured the yarn store that I was in when I was in Murphy, California with Shelly. And I couldn't believe it that she had those in there. I couldn't believe she had it in there because she had them in her shop for $19.95 and they're like $25, $26 where I've seen anywhere else. So, hey, Sam, how are you? Hope you're faring better than you were last time I checked in on you. Snuggle. Yeah, you're snuggly little Aussie, Nova. So Shannon may come on later. We shall see how she's doing. She's not felt too good today, guys. So she may or may not be on tonight, but we shall see. But if she can't be on here on camera, she's in the chat. So she will be saying hello to everybody in the chat. So, but maybe if she gets to feel a little bit better, maybe she'll come on here in a little bit. So again, we are talking about conversions, and we are talking about pattern writing. So is there anybody on here? I know most of you are seasoned crocheters, but is there anything about pattern writing that you might have a question about? Now, I'm just newly starting to write patterns. Haven't been doing it very long. So I hope I can answer your questions if you have them. But if you have any questions, please let me know. Let's see, just a real quick while I'm waiting, if anybody has any questions before we get started, just a quick little overview of what's going on Critters Crochet. This month, Shannon and we have our Film to Fiber collaboration, and on Friday the 30th, I had to look at my calendar, Friday the 30th on Shannon's channel, we'll be going live that evening, and we will be, oh, you sent it to me in an email? Okay, Sherry, I'll look at that soon. But I just lost my train of thought because I looked at the chat. On the 30th on Shannon's channel, we're going live and we'll be revealing our projects. And it is the beach theme, the movies theme for this month is the beach theme movies, like the Annette Funicello and Frankie Avalon movies. So I've been working on my projects for that today, and I'm almost finished with them. Almost finished. I'm doing more than one. So but I'm almost finished with those. I'll probably finish all those up tomorrow. So I'll be good and ready to go for the live on the 30th. So we have that going on. Battle of the Stitches is still happening each Wednesday this month on my channel. This month we have Sam with By Hook or By Needles, Jules from Jules Crafts, myself, Heather from Strings and Threads, and Vima from Vima's Crochet, and then Jana K from Flourish Fiber with Jana K. So that's who all we have this time. And just to give, I'm not going to tell everything, but just to give you a little heads up, Heather and I have been talking, and we're going to change things up a little bit on Battle of the Stitches on how we do it. But I want to get with Heather and finalize everything, and we will probably put a video out soon about some little changes that we're making to Battle of the Stitches. I think as viewers, you're going to really like the changes that we're going to be making to it, and we'll let you know. But the changes aren't coming until June. And for June, we have 2 people joining us in June, and that will be Sid from Sweet Pea Sid's Inspiration. And then we have Thomas from Totally Fierce Crochet. So Thomas and Sid are joining us next month. Oh, I'm telling. Yep, I know, Shannon. Yes, she should. We would love to have you join us. So maybe Nova, maybe you could join us in July or August. That would be awesome. I would love it. So let's see. Oh, and we finished our Technique Tuesday A to Z. Can't believe that we went through the alphabet already. That was crazy. So next week, I'm going to start a new series on Tuesdays where I am going to be showing you different learning styles. As a teacher, I know there are different learning styles that we have. I'm a visual kinesthetic learner. Kinesthetic learners like to be hands-on. And there's other learning styles. And so starting next Tuesday, I'm going to go through those different learning styles and show you how they apply to crochet and how anyone can learn crochet and how you can put those with those different learning styles to help you learn crochet better. So if you know anybody that's new to crochet that wants to learn crochet, starting next Tuesday, those might be some interesting topics for them to watch. So let's see. Tuesday, I have a video out today that showed the hat that I made for the 24-hour out of the 24-hour book. And I made this hat from that. So I'm not doing, I started, like I was going to try out every pattern in that book, but I'm running out of time to get other things done. So if you watched my video today, I put down 2 options. There's 2 tops in the book, and I ask you, which one should I make? So far, it's 100% which one everybody wants. But if you haven't made your suggestion, watch that video and let me know which one I should make for next week. So let's see. Oh, Nova, yeah. I'll just do real quick, Nova, and Shannon, she can still email you, but a real quick overview of Battle of the Stitches in case some of you are on here that don't know about it. What we do is, let me get the book. Where is my book? Here we go. Heather from Strings and Threads approached me about this, and last year, was it last year or the year before? I can't remember how long we've been doing this. Last year, I think. Anyway, we are using this book right here, the Step-by-Step Guide to 200 Crochet Stitches. And we are going in order. We've had to skip 1 or 2 along the way, but we're going through each stitch in the book. And this month we're on stitch number 16, and it's the track stitch. This is the stitch we're working on this month. And so what we do is on each Wednesday, the first Wednesday of the month, we come on and we do a video and we introduce the stitch we're doing for that month. And we do a tutorial on that stitch so everybody can learn how to do that stitch. The second Wednesday, we come on. Yeah, the book is on sale right now, guys. And Shannon is putting links for that down below in the chat. So the second Wednesday, we come on and we give you a little sneak peek of what we're making with that stitch. And what we do is we take this stitch and we make a project with this stitch that is our own creation. We don't use a pattern that we found somewhere. We make up something ourselves and create something from this stitch that's our own pattern. And so we come on and we give you a little sneak peek of what we're making with that pattern. We did the sneak peek this week. So next Wednesday, we will come on and we will reveal our completed project. And then what you guys can do is, once you watch our videos, you can go to our posts on our channels and you can vote for whose project you like the best. And then on the fourth Wednesday, which we are going to go live on a Wednesday this time instead of a Tuesday. This time, Wednesday, 1, 2, 3, yeah, the 28th, we will be going live on my channel, and we will reveal to you guys whose project got the most votes. And then Heather will draw one person's name out of everyone that voted to win that project. So that's pretty much how Battle of the Stitches goes. You can join in with us. Let us send me or Heather an email and let us know what month you would like to join in with Battle of the Stitches, and we can give you all the details on what that involves. It's a lot of fun, and it's really fun to see. I love seeing what everybody comes up with to create with the stitch that we're introducing. We also have a Facebook page, so you can create something with that stitch. If you're not going to join Heather and I in the official battle to battle it out, you can create something with the stitch and then post a picture of your finished project on our Facebook page called Battle of the Stitches. And every 4 months, we take all the people that posted pictures, and Heather draws a name from those, and we send out a special prize every 4 months to one lucky person that has posted pictures to our Facebook page. So it's a lot of fun. We really enjoy doing that. And like I said, we're changing it up just a little bit, but you guys will be hearing about those changes soon. And I think you're really going to like it, what we're doing with it. Thank you, Shannon. Shannon just posted the link to our Facebook page right there, so you can go check that out. And then that's pretty much what I'm doing each day of the week on my you're welcome, Nova. We would absolutely you are so creative, and I just love seeing what you do with yarn. It is awesome to watch you, and I would love for you to join us in Battle of the Stitches. So like I said, you can email me, and Shannon can put my email in the chat. You can send me an email and just let me know what month you'd like to join, Nova, if you'd like to do that, because we would love for you to join us. Let's see. So we've got the Tuesdays, Battle of the Stitches, and then I'm working through the 24-hour book on Thursdays. Friday is just a recap for me. I just kind of recap what I've done for the week, or if I've gotten any happy mail in, I show that. It's just a whatever day for it. And then I don't post I don't put up any videos on the weekend because that's my family time. And so it's just Monday through Friday on my channel. You might see some shorts or some posts every so often, but that's basically what goes on Critters Crochet. I'm currently working on reaching 2,000 subscribers. And so the last time I checked, we were at 1,815. So let me do a real quick check right now. Yep, 1,815. So that means we are 100 and let's see how fast I can do this math. 185. Yeah, 185 away from 2,000. So this is, let me get this real quick. I'll show you. I was able to add, since I went to California, I was able to come home and add 3 more rows to the blanket. Woohoo! So this is the blanket I'm working on. I am, thank you, hon. It helps me to have it one place to refer back to. So I add 1 row for every 5 new subscribers. So guys, this thing is getting huge. It's getting really long. But I'm just using random colors of scrap yarn. I've got a box down here. I'm just grabbing and using whatever color I get a hold of. And so when Critters Crochet, oh, thank you, Nova. Yay. Good job. Thank you for doing that. Go in there. And just some really fun stuff that I've put adding to it every so often. Thank you, Nova. I'm having a lot of fun working on the blanket. And so there's a big box down there. There's the blanket waiting for somebody to win. And then I've got a box that of goodies to give away to send to somebody too. So share this live out. Let your friends know about Critters Crochet, and let's get this channel to 2,000. So, all right. So one of the things that Shannon and I decided that we were going to talk about tonight was conversion charts. How many of you give me a heart or a thumbie if you struggle with reading a pattern and trying to figure out if it's UK or English or US terms? Or do you struggle with which one they're talking about? Any kind of struggle at all with that? Give me a thumbs up or a heart. And I'll wait just a minute. One thing I learned, and I learned this from, I watch Karina on Just Vintage Crochet, I believe is the name of her channel. And I didn't realize that but I would watch her, and she does a lot of the 1800s and all of that crochet books. If you're reading a crochet pattern and it does not have anything in it, I have to rewrite it, but I don't really have trouble with it. Yeah. Sometimes I when I first started looking at patterns like that, Lori, I had to do that too. Depends on the book. Yes, some books are really vague, but I noticed with her, she would always look at the pattern, and if it said single crochet, she knew it was an English US pattern, because UK does not use this term single crochet. If it did not have single crochet written in it, then it was possible that it was either it's not using a single, or it's written in UK, because I have a conversion chart right here. And if you're new to crochet, I would suggest that you can Google crochet abbreviations, English and UK, and print off each one and put them possibly in your notebook or in your calendar planner. Just tape it in there so you can have it to look back to. Yeah, she does talk about that, Rachel, and I love how she explains it. If I see it isn't US, I just don't use the pattern. Yeah, that's true, Nova. There's a lot of people that won't even go near a pattern if it's not written in US terms. But I thought I would just go through real quick and just tell you, in the US, we have slip stitch. Everybody knows what the slip stitch is. UK uses the same term for slip stitch. They use the same term. US and UK both use chains for theirs. Chain stitch is the ST, and if it's SP, it's chain space, and both use the same term. US, when the US has single crochet, then UK, for their single crochet, they call it a double crochet. And I don't get that, because when I'm doing a double crochet, you have to go 1, 2. You have to go through the loops twice to complete it. So that makes more sense to me. Single crochet, you pull through one time, single. So the US makes a lot more sense to me than the UK. But anyway, this is how it's written. So single crochet in US is double crochet for the UK. Half double crochet in the US, UK calls that a half treble crochet. A double crochet in the US is called a treble crochet in the UK. A treble crochet in the US is called a double treble in the UK. And then a double treble, which the double treble is the stitch we're using this month for our track stitch for Battle of the Stitches. Our double treble crochet is called a triple treble crochet. Say that 5 times real fast. I believe they call it double because there's 2 loops on the hook, but I agree. My brain prefers the US. Yeah, I think you're right, Lori. That's why they call it that. Then in a US pattern, you'll see the word skip if they want you to skip a stitch. In the UK, it's called miss. They have the word miss instead of skip. Yarn. Now, I've never heard of this. I'm using this book right here that I had gotten Quick and Easy Crochet by Search Press. And the table that they have in here, it says YRH, yarn round hook. I have never seen that. I've seen yarn over or yarn under. So, but yarn round hook, both used. I've never seen that in a pattern before. So that's a new one. They both, US and UK, both use BEG to state beginning. They both use REP for repeat. And they both use the SPS for spaces, space or spaces. So mostly it's just the single, half, double, treble, and double treble that are different terms when you go back and forth between the two. So let me see if I missed anything in the comments. Sam, I switch between the two, no problem. It's just a matter of upping the stitch when going from US to UK. Single, double, double, treble. Exactly, Sam. Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. Katie Lou, it's because there are 2 loops on the hook. When you finish the stitch, also you yarn over twice for single. Add a yarn over under per USA terms. Over twice. Okay. I'm working on this, and I'm doing my amigurumi with single crochet. So I guess you go, yeah, I guess they call it a double because you end up with 2 loops on your hook and you're pulling through 2 hooks or 2 loops. I'm assuming that's why they call it double crochet. I'm not sure. Once you understand, it's simple to follow. I read UK patterns and watch the US videos. Oh, I don't know if that would confuse me more, Sam, watching in one language and then watch terms in one language and a pattern in another. My brain maybe I may get that confused. I don't know. Oh yeah, Rachel, that's what I learned that too from the watching Just Vintage Crochet. She talks about that too. Yeah, the date, the year that the pattern is made makes a huge difference in the terms that they use for it. Yeah, that is true. So I have so it's kind of tricky, especially if you're a new crocheter. Sometimes that can really throw you off, not understanding. And I always like it when you're reading a pattern and the pattern lets you know, the pattern writer tells you from the get-go if it's in US or UK terms. So that makes it easy to know which one they're using. I just don't like having to remember that it's UK the whole time. I forget and start. I've done that too, Nova. I've done that too, where it says I got a UK pattern one time and I just started working. I wasn't even thinking. And it was an amigurumi. I should have known, but the pattern said double crochet and I didn't even think. I just started doing double crochets. And then as I was doing it, I thought, wait just a minute. Wait a minute. And I went back and read the pattern again. And I thought, Teresa, this is UK. It's supposed to be single. So yeah, I've done that. And then you get about halfway through the pattern and you start reverting back. Yeah. I have done that several times. My throat, I'm telling you, I've got water here, so I may be drinking a lot here through this video. There we go. We also talked about, I've just started, you all know I'm working off and on. I'm working on, there are no thoughts in this brain half the time I'm crocheting. I autopilot when I fall. Yeah, same here, Nova. Exactly the same. Let's see. I was going to say something. I'm really bad about talking during these lives and looking at the chat and then losing my train of thought. But I just started. I've got to get back to it. I'm trying to get caught up on all these whips that I've got going. But designing the baby blankets that I keep talking about. Since I've started doing those, I have realized just how much work goes in to writing a pattern. And let me tell you, it's not, those of you, how many of you on here write patterns or have experience with writing patterns? Raise your hand if you write patterns. Rachel's in the middle of a project from Vintage Crochet. It uses Tunisian squares for a blanket. See, I'm still trying to get Tunisian down. I still have not mastered that. I think I may have finally got the simple stitch down, but it's still that my tension's way off. So I've got to keep practicing. Sam, you write patterns? Okay. There's a lot involved in writing a pattern, and I am finding out just exactly what all that is. You don't just, like, I have a notebook. When I started I've got a baby blanket I'm designing, and so when I started that, I have a notebook beside me, and I keep track of everything. I wrote down the yarn I'm using, the hook I'm using, the yarn, the hook, all the notions that I'm using. And then as I do each little thing, I take notes. How many chains I started with, all of this stuff. It takes, you got to really focus, Nova. You're exactly right. You have to be focused. So I come up here in my room and where it's quiet, and that's where I do mine. But I have my notebook and I'm taking notes as I go. Each row. And I know there's a lot of people who like to have a count at the end of each row that is described. They want to know how many stitches. So you also are keeping track of that and writing down all your stitch counts. So that takes time. It's not like just sitting down and working on a blanket or something and not thinking about it. When you're designing something, you have to go step by step by step. And then not only just writing down each thing that you're doing, but excuse me, but taking pictures of each step. Because I like a pattern that has lots of pictures, especially if it's a detailed pattern with different stitches. I like having that detail of the pictures to refer back to. And so there's a process of stopping and taking pictures and starting again. I'm really finding that out with doing these video tutorials for the projects I make for Battle of the Stitches. That I take pictures and I take video segments as I'm working on my projects, because that's a process and a half to get all that done. Then not only that, but I like a pattern. I like patterns too that have like when I do doily, especially when I'm crocheting doilies. I love when I have a doily pattern that is written, but it also has a diagram with it. Because there's times when I'm reading a pattern and I'm not really sure where they want me to place the stitch or what. I get off on the count or something and I can't figure out where I've made my mistake. And so I always like to look at a diagram along with reading the directions, because I can go, okay, that's where that stitch belongs. I didn't put it in the right spot. So I like having diagrams too. I have not gotten to the point where I can write diagrams. I have no idea where to start doing those. So maybe that'll come at a different time. But I do like having diagrams with patterns, especially, like I said, with doilies. So you're writing down your list. If it is a garment, you've got to keep track of sizes. Now, this is why I'm doing baby blankets to start out, because I have no idea how to write up a wearable pattern and include all the sizes. I do not know how to do that yet. So that hopefully will come at some point. But let's see, what else am I leaving out with patterns? Having a note section. If you have a certain if you have a certain stitch that maybe somebody may not be familiar with, you need to have that in your notes of a description of that stitch and how to make it, how to do that stitch. Your notes might be letting them know that the chains at the chain 1 or chain 2 at the beginning of your stitch does or does not count as a stitch. You got to let them know that. There's different things that you have to put in your notes so that it makes it easy for them to follow. And also, if you're writing a pattern and you've done a video tutorial, you want to link that video in your pattern. So there are so many things to consider when writing a pattern that I didn't realize until I actually started doing that. So, and then once I feel like I have my pattern written up like I want it, I'm not, like with these baby blankets, I'm not going to publish my pattern until I've asked a few people to test it for me, because I want to have those testers to go through the pattern, work it up, and make sure I not only make sure that I don't have any typos in the pattern, but so that I can know that the pattern is written clearly and it's easy to follow. Because I don't want people to struggle with my patterns. I want them to enjoy them and hopefully be able to create something and it not be stressful. So let me see. I know I've missed some comments. Let me go back up here and take a look real quick. Yeah, just taking notes, Lori, on patterns, nothing formal. Yeah, I'm hoping to get enough patterns written up for these blankets that I can get a book published. That is a huge goal of mine, is to get a book published. Following one or even freehanding. Yeah. Yes, Nova, that's another big one, is making sure all your math works out correctly. Yeah, freehanding, you can fudge and do a little fudging, but when you're writing a pattern, you can't fudge. It's got to be exact. Exactly. Sam says, I prefer writing a pattern graph, so much easier and faster than writing the written one. And a graph can't be confused. There's no difference. That's true. That's very true, Sam. That's why I love having a diagram with a written pattern, so I can have both to go back and forth on, because you can very clearly see what to do in a diagram, in a diagram or a graph. Exactly. Yes, Nova, lots of pictures required for a good pattern. I also edit pictures to label. Yes, having them labeled with arrows of where to put your stitches, all of those things, those are all good things to have in a pattern. Pattern to fit what I want. You know what, Rachel? I adjust patterns all the time. The sweater that I made, I've got it right here behind me. The sweater that I made while I was in California with my friend, I didn't follow it completely. I tweaked it. I tweaked it to fit my body. So yeah, I tweak patterns all the time. I once turned a 4x4 monster and turned it into a pillow person. Oh, Rachel, I bet that was adorable. Huh, neat. You're right, Shannon. It goes back to learning styles. You're exactly right. Using a graph rather than. So are there things about, and this could help me as I'm writing my patterns. Do you guys have, what are your, I don't know if I want to call them pet peeves, or what are things about patterns that you've gotten and tried to work up that you thought should have been in there that were left out? What are some things that you've come across in patterns that just made the pattern not fun to work with? Maybe you can. Yeah, missing instructions. Yes. The advantage to graphs is that they are international. Yep, that's right. Everybody can use them. Hey, guys, give me just a second. My door to this room has come open and I can hear my husband's TV. So just give me just 1 second. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Let me put this over here out of the way. Sorry about that. I could hear him talking and I could hear the TV. It was distracting. So, yep. Or I was working on, I'll tell you, I was working on a pattern today. And it was a pattern that I had pulled. It was a pattern that I had pulled to work on a project that I'm doing for Shannon and I's collab this month. There were so many typos in that pattern that I had to read it over. I had to read like a section like 2 or 3 times before I went, oh, now I know what they want us to do in this pattern. But there were so many places like that in that pattern that I thought, did this person even get this tested? There's no way that she had this pattern tested because they would have caught those mistakes. But I figured it out, but it took some doing to do that, but I figured it out. Let's see. I'm trying to read all of you guys' comments. Yeah. The only time, Rachel, that I really appreciate a graph being in a pattern is when I'm making doilies, because depending on how lacy and detailed those doilies are, sometimes it's kind of hard to see where to put the stitch, but I can look at that graph and know exactly where to place the stitch and what stitch is being used. So I like it for doing doilies. Biggest pet peeve, Nova says, is I want pictures, especially for assembly. Yes, Nova, yes. There's a lot. I do appreciate a pattern that shows you how to assemble them. And have you ever gotten an amigurumi pattern and it just says, it tells you what to do with each, you make each part, and then it says assembly. And I mean, no joke, I found a pattern that did this. It said assembly, and then under the assembly it just said sew the body parts together. That drives me insane. Why would you do that? Why would you not have pictures and be more clear about how to, especially if it's somebody that's new to amigurumi and has no idea how to, yeah, that drives me crazy. Yeah, they just say, put it all together. That drives me nuts too, Nova. I know exactly. Let's see. I'm trying to learn Lori says she's trying to learn graphs because there are Russian patterns that I really like that are in graphs. Ooh, I have to look those up. That sounds interesting. Sam says what annoys her most is ambiguity. Often it's not made clear if 2 double means to put 2 into the next stitch or put 1 in. Yes. Yep. I've come across those too. And what I have to do is I go through and I count as I'm reading if it has a number if it has a stitch count number at the end of the direction, I have to count the stitches up in the direction to see if it matches the stitch count that they put on there to try and figure out what they want you to do. Yeah, sometimes it's crazy. Oh, I didn't know that, Sam. Sam has videos on about writing and reading graphs. That would be good to watch. These are all good, guys. I'm glad that you're sharing these with me because that's going to help me when I'm writing these patterns of mine. So, all right. Well, that's really all the information I had as far as pattern writing and graphs. Maybe if Shannon's able to come on later, she can tell us a little bit more. But was that good information? Do you think I left anything out? I'm annoyed by Yeah, why is it that patterns say exactly, Rachel? Why is it that a pattern will say beginner friendly? And you can look at it and clearly tell that it's not beginner friendly. I can think of some. Oh, Nova. Yes. Why would they not? She said that layered pieces, it had layered pieces to make it look like a complicated outfit and layered pieces to make the hair. And there were no pictures in that? That's insane. That is crazy. Wow. That makes no sense. I'm hoping to have as part of my uh, learning styles is visuals. When I talk about visual learners on my Tuesdays, that's one of the things I'm going to do is have the graphs and show you how to read a graph and what the symbols stand for. So that's going to be part of that. Nope, just to the finished look. So I had to study it and finagle it with it. Goodness, my goodness. Yes, likes, please. They don't cost a thing. Let me check and see. I do not know. Katie Lou's thumbs up is very lonely, guys. She needs some thumb buddies. Amigurumi specifically needs what row to put the eyes, ears, arms, and legs. Yeah. A picture is fine for that, but it's not clear enough. You need to know specifics of which row to place the eyes on. Yep. And when I'm doing something I like to use, when I'm putting, speaking of amigurumi, we'll go off on another little topic here, but the amigurumi needles, if you guys are making any kind of amigurumi that has a lot of parts to attach, these needles have been a game changer for me because I used to do without using these and nothing was ever straight. Nothing was uniform and symmetrical or anything. And now since I started using these needles, these amigurumi needles, everything lines up perfect and my amigurumi looks so much better. So much better. Okay. Well, guys, would you like to hear something funny that happened on Shelly and I's train ride? I don't think I've shared this with you all. So, but we were on a stretch through Colorado. Have I told this to you guys yet? I really don't think I have. I use my straight knitting needles to do the same and stitch markers. Yep, stitch markers and the needles. They're a must if you want to place everything correctly on your amigurumi. So we are riding through. We're riding through Colorado, and you can see the Colorado River. And there was one part of the Colorado River that's called Ruby Basin, is what it's called. So it was either our attendant or the conductor one. He got on the intercom and he told us we were about to approach Ruby Basin. And he said, but there's something I need to tell you and give you a heads up on about Ruby Basin. So we're all listening. Yeah, okay. And he said, we are about 5 minutes from there. And there's a tradition The people that are on their boats in Ruby Basin, they have made it a tradition. When Amtrak goes by, they moon the train. It's not Ruby? I thought it was Ruby Basin. Hold on a second. I wrote it down in my notes. Yeah, I wrote it down as Ruby Basin. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it, Sam. I'll have to look it back. I'll have to look it up again. But anyway, there's this basin. Oh, I thought you were saying it wasn't. No, it's not ruby in color. No. But it's part of the Colorado River, and they moon the train. And I thought, okay, he's. So he said, if you don't want to see it, you might want to turn around. So here we go. We're coming up on Ruby Basin. We're starting to see the boats and the rafts and the water. And so far, nobody's doing it. So I'm thinking, yeah, he's pulling our leg. And I started crocheting on my sweater. And my friend Shelly, she said, Teresa. she said, it's 3 butts. And I turned around and there were 3 guys in a bass boat, bent over, mooning the train. I couldn't believe it. So if you guys ever take Amtrak through Colorado and you come by Ruby Basin, I'm just giving you fair warning of what you might see. The one thing he needed to tell you. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Nope. No kilts. I'm not sure if it is or not, Lori. I'd have to look it up. I want to say it is, but I'm not 100%. But they said that started back in the early 80s. There was a group that was out there on their boats, and they were out there celebrating a friend's birthday. And they heard the train go by, and one of them said, hey, I think it'd be funny if we moved the train. And it just kind of caught on. And so now it's a big tradition. And there weren't that many out there when we went by. And the conductor got on and he told us, he said that, yes, Lori, after we met in Denver. Yes. Yeah, it was after we met up with you and got back on the train. But I guess it just caught on. And they said, if you come in the summer months and you're coming through there are so many people lined up in their boats that you can't even see the water. They're just like crunched in, and every one of them, like hundreds of people, mooning the train. Yeah. Did you guys see the short that I put up and Lori put up? I was able to meet up with Lori in Denver when we stopped at the Denver train station. That was so fun getting to meet Lori. And speaking of that, next month, Lori has invited me to go live with her. I used Google. It is Ruby Basin. That's what I thought. That's what I wrote down. I thought I'd written it down correctly. Yeah. Yeah, Ruby Basin. R-U-B-Y. Sam wants to know if Lori's heading to the train tomorrow. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, Lori and we met up, and we're going to go live in June on Lori's channel. I'm going to go live with her, and let me see. I'm trying to remember. I forgot to mention that, Lori. Well, that's great. I didn't write it down on my calendar, Lori. When did we set a date for our live? Because I can't remember if we did or not. Yeah, during the day. It would be better for me if it was during the day. But I thought we had set a date. Maybe we didn't. Maybe I just said, I'm looking to see. Well, give me a second here. Well, I can't find the email. Oh, there we go. June 23rd. Thank you, Lori. June 23rd. I'm going to write that down right now because I didn't write it down before. Live with Lori at 1 Eastern. So that'll be noon my time. Okay, there. I've got it written in my calendar now, Lori. So 1 Eastern, noon Central on Lori's Stories and Crochet. And we haven't decided on a topic yet. I'm still trying to figure out what topic we should talk about. I haven't figured that out yet, but I'll figure it out. Yep, that is a Monday. That is a Monday. So we've already been on an hour. I cannot believe we've already been on almost an hour already. This is going by fast. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out something that I haven't heard being discussed before. So I want to come up with something different, Lori. I just can't. I'm just racking my brain. I haven't figured out anything yet. So if you guys have any ideas for what Lori and I can discuss and have a topic on our live, let me know. Let us know. We're up for ideas. Let's see. O-Fire has their their azalea hooks out. They are there's a limited supply, so I don't know how quickly they're going to sell out. But let's see, where is mine? I had that out. Where's my? I just had that hook out today. Oh, here it is. This is the azalea hook. It's pink with gold, glittery gold running through it. Shimmery gold, not really glittery, but shimmery. Yeah, I used to, hey, Jenna Kay. Yeah, I used to I'll go this way. When I first started my crochet business, I called it Critters Crochet Must-Haves. And it doesn't have the must-haves on it anymore. Now it's just Critters Crochet. There's no must-have. But I got that made so I was doing vendor events, and that's what I had that made for. But yeah, it doesn't have the must-have anymore. Now it's just Critters Crochet. So I guess I need to get a new banner. Oh, thank you, Shannon. Shannon just posted the link for the azalea hooks. And again, this is what they look like. They're really pretty. I just love the gold shimmer that's in there too. And I think it's the pink tourmaline that they are redesigning. And I don't know. I haven't even looked to see. Let me look on here. Well, I just had that out today too. Now I can't find my pink tourmaline. Well, I don't know what I did with my pink tourmaline, but I can't find it. Hello, it's Helix Stitchcraft. Hello, hello. I was going to look real quick. Here we go. Let's see. Bring it up on my phone. There's the pink tourmaline. It is so pretty. And let's see what else. You get free shipping on any order that's $65 or more. And they've got some, they're showing they're doing what was that? Just popped up. $10 off full sets at checkout. So if you order a full set, you're going to get $10 off right now. Let's see. Nope. So that's that's the sales that are going on with that's what's going on with O-Fire at the moment. Let's see what else. Oh, the sweater. I finished my sweater with Shelly. Shelly hasn't finished hers yet. I don't know how far she's gotten since I left, but when I left California, she only had a sleeve done. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take her to finish her sweater. Maybe I can talk about how to stay on topic. What? That I love the O-Fire hooks. They feel so comfortable in my hand, and that's why I became an affiliate with them, is because I love the hooks. Okay, Shannon is going to come on for a few minutes, so I'm going to bring her onto the stage. Hey, Shannon.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's been a rough day.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you were able to pop on.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to tell you, you remember when we were talking about how the Hirschner's was having the 60% off?
Yes.
They changed it today.
Oh.
Look at this.
What?
I'm telling you, they are clearing out to make room.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Have you all heard about Hirschner's is picking up the Big Twist yarn?
And I got more good news about Hirschner's. Boom.
$4.95 shipping on orders of 49 or more. Wow. I think it's time to do some shopping on Hirschner's.
Gee, thanks, Sam.
Hey. Oh, no.
Wow, thank you.
Helix said, no, I have no funds for a few weeks.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Well, you know what? They do big sale. Oh, their warehouse sale is coming up. It's summer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one to catch. That one's huge. Now, I don't know. Well, I don't know, because they're acquiring the new yarn. Maybe it won't be as crazy this year. But last year, I got yarn for like $1. I love the warehouse sale. Mm-hmm. I wish I could go in person.
I wish what? Oh, could go in person? Oh, I'd love that. I would love to do that.
Okay, thanks, Sam.
Oh. That's what every woman wants to hear after they've given birth.
You know what? Sam is just one of those people who is just overwhelmingly honest, and I appreciate that.
Yes, yes, yes. Thanks, but no thanks, Shannon. I just dropped a lot of money at Joann's today, but there are 4 additional yarns I still need.
Oh, and I got to talk about it. Even if you don't like them, I got to talk about it. You know what's coming, right, Teresa? Some people already have it. Hobby Lobby.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to have their clearance, but we don't know when.
Yep. I am so ready. The town I live in is getting a Hobby Lobby. They have broken ground on the shopping center, and I am just on pins and needles waiting for that store to open here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. In case you guys don't know about this, with Hirschner's, is there, and I'm going to say it wrong.
I got it. I'm prepared for this. I got it.
The Super Savings Club, something Savings Club. I can never remember the name of it.
Smart
Savings. See, I said Super Savings. It's the Smart Savings Club. So every time, it's $24.99 a year. You pay that once a year, $24.99, and you get, even on the sale items, you get 10% off your order. You get priority shipping. If you're a Smart Saving member, your order ships before anybody else's. You have an 800 number to customer service that is your personal, just for members to use. Excellent customer service. And you get it
just for that.
Oh, it is. It is. I've gotten kits from Hirschner's before, and I was working on a kit one time and I was stuck on a part of it. I didn't understand it, and they completely walked me through it and helped me to figure it out. It was amazing. And then you all must not buy more yarn. And the Aberdeen wool, nice. And you also get a one-time use free shipping coupon. Yep, that you get. So it's worth the $25 a year.
Be careful with that one. Don't waste it, because they do free shipping a lot, like just for the world. So be careful when you use that one that you don't waste it.
Yeah.
Pick a time when they haven't done that.
Right. Is it looking like Bluey?
You're making Bluey? Oh.
Yeah.
I was on the phone with my mom during that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had someone, I've got a pattern. I had someone order it for me, so I told it for their child. So I said, yeah, I'll make it.
Mama wants the grannies.
That is the funniest.
I might make her that
episode.
I don't know.
That is the funniest episode. My grandsons, when that came out, Tucker and Cooper put their towels around them and went walking around the house acting like the grannies. It was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh. If they ever do it again, your daughter needs to videotape it.
Yeah. I said, did you not? She didn't. I said, did you tape that? And she said, no. Helix said, I cannot let my kiddos see your Bluey. I'm already behind a blanket and 2 stuffies. Yeah. When I finish this one, when I finish Bluey and Bingo, then my next one is I've got a blanket that I'm making for someone that's an order that I've got to finish. And a cardigan that someone has ordered, which the cardigan is not a big, she told me, she goes, it's not a big rush because, we're going into summer.
Yeah.
So it's a striped cardigan. And she said, you can take your time on that one. So it's not a big rush, but I'd like to do it just to be, have it done. So Let's see. What are you working on, Shannon?
I will show you guys in just a couple minutes. I want to finish it first.
We can do this.
They don't want to buy yarn together.
Oh, okay.
Don't watch our channels then. Teresa and I are both enablers.
Yeah. Well,
will not stop.
We are. Sorry. I apologize, but we are warning.
You can't even see my wall tonight. Usually my
Oh yeah. I was going to say something and it just left me.
No, I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
Oh, no, it's okay. The bluey, this one that I'm making, I'm using a 5mm hook and worsted weight yarn. The pattern says to use a 4.5mm yarn, which is a hook, which is not that big of a difference. But it wanted, oh no, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. It said to use the blanket yarn. Do you know how big this thing would be if you use blanket yarn?
But that'd be so cuddly.
It would, but I don't have the colors, and I don't want to have to. I had all the colors in my worsted yarn, and she said it didn't matter to her which one I used. So since I had all the colors in the worsted yarn, that's what I'm using.
I have no idea how this happened.
How?
There is egg on my pattern. Where? From where? Where did the egg come from? This is egg. Where did that even come from?
Did you have it in the kitchen? With you in the kitchen?
I don't think so.
Lori, oh no, I don't know. At the moment, they do not have an affiliate program, but man, I'm telling you, if they'd ever do, me, I will jump on that in a heartbeat.
Teresa and I are Hirschner's fans for years.
Yes, I love ordering from them.
Are you going to do your video?
Yes.
When?
It's probably, I thought about doing it tomorrow.
That's when mine is.
But I've got the stuff. I'll probably work on recording it after I get done with the live tonight.
Just so I can, really easy. You just
just so I can have it up and posted. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. Shannon and I both are going to have yarn reviews for Hirschner's yarn on our channels tomorrow.
Our favorites.
I love the worsted 8. Yes, I love it. I think. Let me look.
Where am I?
Oh, let's see.
Did I decrease?
Well, it's not the worsted 8, but this is what I made my cardigan out of, was the worsted specs. I love it.
Technically, all of those are worsted 8. They all have the same yardage, so they're all 8 ounces.
They're all the 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I've used the worsted, the 12.
Why is that softer?
And I don't know why it is. It's like butter soft. It is. I don't know what they do to it, but what would you compare the worsted 8 to?
Ooh, I can do that.
Shannon, go ahead.
It's like a fraction softer than Red Heart Super Saver. It doesn't, it has, you know how Red Heart Super Saver has that almost sticky plastic feel sometimes when it slides on your fingers? Hirschner's doesn't have that coating.
No.
It just feels like yarn. And it's a much better value and a much better color selection than Red Heart Super Saver. You'd actually be yes, waxy. Thank you. Why can't I think of that word?
Yeah.
Yes. So it's much better for your wallet and it's much better for your hands. So if you're going to start out, if you're like, oh, well, I like Red Heart Super Saver, and it's like, okay, but do you want more yardage? And do you want more color selection? And do you want one that won't cut your fingers off?
Mm-hmm.
This one.
More yardage for a cheaper price.
Thank you. I just said the long way.
Oh.
I love the sparkle. I love the sparkle. You don't feel it. You don't feel it.
You don't. You do not feel. Most sparkle yarn is scratchy, and you feel that sparkly, whatever they make it out of. You don't feel it. It's so soft and smooth. I love it.
Dang it. I don't have any up here. I did. I was working on a bag. I don't have it up here. But it's in tomorrow's video.
I'm looking. I don't think I have any of the sparkle.
Oh, and I have news for just people watching this live. Don't share this because I haven't gotten mine yet. And I don't want it to sell out. There are 2 new Halloween colors and they've dropped already.
Oh.
And Teresa, you're going to love one of them. I'm going to show you. The Halloween Sparkle has dropped 2 new colors. Don't tell anybody.
You guys, you have to swear to secrecy.
Because it will sell out, and it sold out twice last year. Like they had to restock in the middle, which they were not expecting. Sorry about the balloons. And if I miss mine, y'all will be in trouble.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh.
Come on. My phone is so slow. They've got 2 new colors.
Yeah.
And it's funny, though, because I said in my video before I even knew this that I was like, we added 2 new colors last year. I wonder if they'll add 2 new colors again. Yep.
Huh.
But they took away 2. So, I mean, it's What is going on? It's not working. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try it this way.
Yeah, Nova said, Shannon's all serious, and then you got the balloons.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, balloons. You're really, really driving my point home. What is up with my phone? Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn off Wi-Fi for a second. Sometimes our Wi-Fi sucks. Hold on. Yep, that did it. Okay. Ready? Okay. We have Pastel Phenomenon and Monster Mash. And they are both gorgeous.
Oh, I love the pastel. Excuse me.
I told you.
Oh my word. How much yardage is on that?
It's the same.
Oh, it's the same.
They're all the same. I think it's $4.89. Let me look.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to go look.
Yep, 489 yards. And 92% acrylic, 8% polyester, worsted weight 4. It's the same. Cool. And it's $5.97 right now, and it's normally $8.99. And I just showed y'all.
Guess what I'm going to.
Right. Sorry. What am I doing after this live? Yeah.
Guess what I'm going to do.
Well, if I don't get my hands on Monster Mash, I will blame you. I will blame all of you. Oh my gosh, this one is so fun. Imagine a bag with this. I mean, come on.
That would be pretty. Yep, that would be cool. Yep.
And then I'll show you guys the pink one again. And then the one they came out with last year is super fun too. My friend said it's the Sarah Sanderson yarn, and I see it. But this one's the new one.
I love that. Is it? I guess it's pinks and purples and black.
Yep.
I love that.
Looks like maybe a little bit of peach too.
Mm-hmm.
Which you also like. I'm
thinking pumpkins.
Oh, that's cute. Are you going to do Pink Elaine again?
I think a pumpkin. I might. Oh. I think a pumpkin. I love Pink Elaine. I think that would be so pretty. And pumpkin done as a pumpkin.
This one came out last year. My friend calls this Sarah Sanderson, and I see it.
Huh.
And then, of course, y'all know my favorite. Because it looks like Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
This is my favorite.
Oh, I love that. Yep. Oh, that antiquity yarn I love that too. That antiquity is beautiful.
So what I did for my video tomorrow is I listed my top 10 favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I've got to go into my stash and just see how many. I don't think I have 10 different names. Jenna K. Yeah, if the numbers start dropping. Oh my.
Yes, don't make the rumors come true.
Did you all see my video where I showed you the before and afters in my yarn room?
Yes.
And how I have shelving that's empty now?
Woo!
Hmm.
Oh, and for me, there's no such thing as too much sparkle. So, I mean, even if I have to keep the sparkle in my room.
Yeah. You saw it, Katie Lou. Yay. I am so proud of this room now. It's actually, everything is right here in reach, and I'm just loving it. I'm loving it.
So it's not in stock yet. The only color that's back is the green one for now. But I'm not surprised. Usually Christmas yarn doesn't stock until like July. But the Soho Noel, I've told Teresa about this one. The Soho Noel is the prettiest Christmas yarn I've ever seen in my life. And y'all know I take sparkle seriously. So
yeah,
it is the most gorgeous sparkle yarn ever. The sparkle is literally woven in to a chain spun yarn. It's not going anywhere.
No.
And there are 5 colors. Although last year they didn't come out with the black, and I don't know why. It's so pretty. I don't know why they didn't do that one. Also, the Hirschner Sparkle yarn, last year they made, they have the Halloween one. Last year they made a Christmas line, a very small one. I think it was like 4 colors. But, I mean, if they did that last year, maybe they'll do more this year.
They might.
There's no way that they're going to back off on their own brand, No. Even if they're acquiring new ones, I don't think they're going to back off on their own label.
Yeah.
So, which makes me very happy.
Right.
But yeah, a bunch of people were sleeping on Hirschner's and they're like, oh no, Hirschner's has basic yarn. It's like, no, they don't.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
It's incredible yarn.
Their yarn is amazing yarn.
Yeah, so Teresa and I wanted to do these videos because we wanted to tell people like, hey, I know they're acquiring Big Twist and you're excited and all these people now want to shop at Hirschner's, but it's like, don't sleep on actual Hirschner's brands.
Right.
They're incredible.
They are. So you guys watch our videos tomorrow, and we're going to show you our favorites.
I bet Teresa and I are twinning on like all of them.
We probably are. We probably are.
There are people much bigger than us who have tried to talk them into that, and they won't do it. Maybe after they acquire the Joann's yarn, because Joann's no longer exists. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't see it happening anytime soon. But
I think they like not having to deal with that.
Talk to them about.
Yes,
she said we're a bad influence, but she's grateful.
Well, we could be offering you other things besides yarn. So I think we're a pretty good influence.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you guys about them yet, but while I was in California, my friend Shelly, she has a Cricut, and I made Shannon and I t-shirts.
They're amazing.
And I mailed Shannon hers today.
Yay!
So the next live we have, we'll have our t-shirts on. You can see our t-shirts.
Will we?
The next live.
When is the next live? We should probably say that.
Yeah. Well, the next live is on your channel for the movie reveal.
So not that one.
Not that one.
Yeah.
But the next one is the 12th of June.
Okay.
Yeah, June the 12th is our next one.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll have it by then.
Oh yeah.
So our next live together, guys, is June the 12th.
Yay.
Same time, same station.
Same bat time, same bat station.
Bat channel. Let's see. Yeah. There's yarn enablers everywhere. You're right, Lori.
Gila, Lex, it's called the Worsted Holiday Sparkle. That's the one I was talking about. And I don't think... Oh, it's up. It's already up, and there's 2 colors.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they've got the colors from last year, Hollyberry, Frosty, Holiday Elegance, and Tinsel. But there's, Teresa, Sugar Plum. I see this in your future.
That sounds amazing. I haven't looked at it.
I think there should be more purple, but I think this is you.
Oh, a Christmas sweater.
I knew it. I knew she'd have an idea already.
A sweater or a vest. That would be beautiful. Okay.
Wait, there's another one. There's another one. Hold on. This may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I think it's pretty. This is called Flocked Tree.
Oh, that's pretty. That is pretty.
Shelly might like that. There's lots of greens.
Yeah, Helix said she said Sugar Plum was the reason she was asking about the sparkle.
Oh, wonderful.
Lori says she has several of the Christmas sparkle, and it's a lot better in person. Yeah,
it is. I have the one that looks vintage. I have that one. And then, of course, they have the Celebrate line, which is like every holiday. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want that one. I want the 4th of July one to go with my headband.
Yeah, I like the Celebrate.
Yeah, that one's fun. And they're on sale right now, and y'all have a coupon. If you want the coupon code again, I can flash it up.
Yeah, what was that?
Hold on. They sent it to everybody, so everybody can have this. It's just called Bonus Ship. All one word.
Bonus Ship. Okay.
I'm sorry if it's backwards.
It's not.
Oh, you don't know? Okay. The movie thing is Teresa and I do something called Film to Fiber on my channel. And what we do is we pick a movie or a theme and about film, and we create something, anything we want, and we don't tell each other, which is the hardest part because we tell each other everything. And
it's so hard.
And so we create something, and then we go live on my channel at the end of that month, and the last Friday of the month. We announce it the first Monday of the month, and then we do it live on my channel the last Friday of the month. So
right,
except November, we're moving into December because of Thanksgiving.
Right.
So this month is 60s beach movies. That's like Annette Funicello, Frankie Avalon, ridiculous, over-the-top beach movies, which if you go to my video in the description box, it tells you how you can watch them if you want to watch them. They're all free.
Yeah.
They're on Pluto TV. And we create a project and we reveal it live to each other and also to all of you, and you get to see our reactions, and it's a lot of fun.
It is fun.
So we decided to do 4 this year. We went seasonal. So we did spring, and this one is summer.
Yep.
And then we have fall and winter. Fall will be in September, and winter will be in November, but our reveal will be in December because of Thanksgiving.
Right.
So.
Yep.
And I love it. And if any of you want to make something that is 60s beach themed, you have to submit it the week before my live so that I can show your pictures while we're on the live. Yeah. But so far, nobody has ever joined in.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
We'd love for y'all too. We would love for you too.
Oh, we would love it. I would love to see what y'all create, because so many of you told me that you're watching the movies. So why not?
Make something. And I'm telling you, because there's so much going on this month, I've made small projects.
Yeah.
And so you can make a small project in just a few hours and have something to show. So you've got plenty of time if you still want to make something.
This thing I'm holding in my hand, I made in 6 hours.
We
Thank you. I'm glad you think it's cool.
do we want to give an update on Decade Divas or?
Yes, because we have an extra spot if anyone wants to take it.
Yes, we do.
I wasn't going to do this, but the numbers didn't work. So we have one extra spot if you want to join Decade Divas. And Teresa, do you want to talk about that so I don't stick myself?
Yes, I can. What we're doing is Decade Divas this year. It's 70s themed. So, and it's we are scheduling people. We already have a list of people that are joining in, content creators. And like Shannon said, we need one more content creator. We have a spot now for someone else if one of you guys wants to join in. But what we're going to do is we are going to give you one day in either September or October. And you are going to have that one day to put out a video on your channel to show the project that you made that is related to the 70s. What inspired it could be, it could be inspired by a movie from the 70s, a TV show, the colors of the 70s, the fashion, music, a person from the 70s, whatever, just something that inspires you from the 70s. And you're going to make that, you're going to create that project with some kind of textile. And then, like I said, all you're going to be required to do is one project and use one video on your given day, and share with everybody what you made. And what's great about this is I think right now we have, counting Shannon and I, there's like about 32, 30 maybe. But think about this. If you want your channel to grow, if you're looking to get more subscribers, Shannon is typing up what you need to put in your description box below your video when you post your video. And it's going to be a list of every content creator that's doing Decade Divas. So we've got 30 people doing this. So that means your channel name is going to be shared out by 29 other YouTube content creators.
And the people who do your week have to say your name out loud. Yeah. So it's not just look at the people in the description box. We know that trick. No, you have to say who's doing your week so that your name is said and people are like, oh, I've never heard of that channel.
Yes. So you're going to have to say out loud, and we'll let you know that. We're going to send out, like I said, Shannon just said we need one more person.
Mm-hmm.
And
you want to do it, it's not till September.
Yeah,
you could even end up in October. In fact, I think the person I need is in October.
Yeah, so you've got 4 or 5 months to get your project made for it. And so we'd love for you guys to join in. And what we're going to do is when we get everybody scheduled, we're going to send each one of you an email. Yes, October. You will get an email and it's going to tell you exactly what you have to have in your video, what you have to do in your video, what has to be in your description box, and just everything's going to be laid out in detail, exactly what you need to do. So it's a
lot of fun. We did it last year.
Yep. It's going to be, I cannot wait. 30 people, 30 content creators, and to see what everybody's going to make is going to be so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And the way we're scheduling it out is there's going to be around
3 to 4 people each.
3 to 4 each week.
Day. And then there's 2 days a week.
Yeah, we're going to do 2 days a week. We're going to schedule everybody for a video 2 days a week, and there's going to be 4 on each day.
3 to 4.
Mm-hmm. 3 to 4 videos each day. So it's not like you're going to have to spend all day watching all 30. It's going to be spread out each week between September and October.
And the reason we did that is because a lot of people do these collaborations and there's too many videos on one day and people get lost. We don't want any of you to get lost. That's why we want to say who's on your week.
Mm-hmm.
Not just your day, your week. So yeah, you'd say about 8 names. Well, 7 because of you.
Right.
And that's much easier for people to handle than 30 or 15 or whatever, because then somebody's video isn't going to get watched. And I don't want that.
Right.
This is to help little channels grow.
Right.
In fact, we even there is a name that was not on the group email. And y'all are going to lose your mind when you find out who decided to join us. But they have sworn me to secrecy. And that's another reason they were not in the group email.
Right.
I almost fainted when they said yes.
Yes. Y'all are going to flip when you do find out. It's crazy.
It's a big, big channel. So think about that. A huge channel is going to talk about you.
A huge channel is going to share out your channel. So, yeah.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to faint.
Oh, I was so excited.
Oh,
yay! Oh, please join.
I think we're fun. We're fun.
I think we're fun. Oh, you've got to do it. Oh, she said October. Yay!
Email me and I will email you all the little details.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Any fiber craft.
And it just has to be 75% fiber. So you can use any other little accessories or, whatever you need to make your product. And it just has to be 70s themed, and you decide what that means.
Yeah. Because in your video, you're going to
tell us. Yeah.
In your video, you're going to talk about how the 70s inspired you to make that project. So, yeah.
And I strongly, and this is to every Decade Diva, I strongly recommend, please check your emails once a week.
Yes. Please.
And if I ask you to respond, do it. I don't want to have to come find you. That was not fun.
No. And there's too many of us that to have to go hunt down everybody. So be sure, if you're a Decade Diva, like Shannon said, be sure you are checking your emails, because you're going to miss important information if you're not checking your emails.
And if you think for some reason you missed one, email me or Teresa and be like, hey, did I miss something? But the other thing is, Teresa and I have a meeting on Tuesday, and we are going to schedule people for the final. Like, this is the final schedule. And the only thing that can change it is emergencies, obviously. If you have to drop out, you have to drop out.
Right.
But please don't flake. I'm begging you, please don't flake on us, because it actually hurts the other people during your day. Because if they say your name and then you didn't make a video, and then people are like, well, where's the video?
And here's the thing, too, that we've been telling everybody. If you're going to know in the next few days next week, you're going to know your day for your video. You're going to have 4 months at least. You're going to have 4 months at least to get your project ready. Some people have already finished and have started their projects, and I've heard from a couple that have already finished their projects. So my suggestion to you is, and we've talked about this, go ahead and start working on your project, get it finished ahead of time, and that way you can already go ahead and create your video and schedule it on YouTube. That way, if something comes up, your video is already there and it's going to show up. So it's really smart to get your video done and ahead of time and scheduled, so that, just for that reason, if something comes up, then your video's already there.
Oh my gosh, Jana K, I am so sorry.
What did she say? I missed it.
We missed her. She said she wanted to join. I told you there was a name that was missing.
Hey, Jana K. Okay, we will get you caught up.
I am so sorry.
Oh.
I knew someone was missing. I knew the list looked weird. But we still want you, Lex. We still want you. We still don't drop out.
Yes. No. Yes, Jana K and Lex, we will get both of you on the list.
I feel terrible. I'm so glad you said something, though.
Yes. Thank you, Jana K, for giving us the heads up. I had no idea. Oh, my goodness.
I knew there was a name missing. I knew the list looked weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel terrible.
I'm writing your name down right now, Jana K.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Okay.
It's crazy though. It was very confusing last week. We had about 10 people drop out.
Yeah.
Now, some of them, please keep them in your prayers, because some of them, it was a really serious reason. And then some of them just flaked. They were just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like, fine.
Yeah. So we've had to shuffle and move some things around. So
yeah.
It's
been kind of messy, and I'm really, really, really thankful for Teresa, because I can't do this alone again.
No, I'm here. I'm telling you, I'm here to help you. So I've got Jana K and Lex both written down. I've got both of you written down.
Okay, great. Thank you, Lex. Can you email me so I have your email? Both of you? Just email me and be like, hey, want to be a Decade Diva or something. Just real quick. I put my email in the description. Can you put me on the screen? My email?
Yes. Here's her email. So just email her real quick, guys, and she'll get you the info.
Yeah. Thankfully, I can just, I have like a form that is like, this is the same one I keep sending people. Because if I had to type that out every single time, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
30 people. Can you imagine?
No. Yeah, it's kind of what you were talking about the amount of people and having to keep up with all of those videos. That is exactly why Heather and I at Strings and Threads, why we're kind of redoing the way we're going to be doing our Battle of the Stitches.
Oh, okay.
We have been talking, and we've got a new plan for Battle of the Stitches that's going to start in June. And it's going to make it a lot easier for content creators to participate if they want to, and just for the viewers also. It's going to, for you to be able to see our videos and, be involved. We're fine tuning it to make it easier for everybody. Okay. So
do I need to know about anything? Because I do the moderations.
Yeah, I will. I'll fill you in.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Let me check, Lex. Wonderful. All right, I have your email, and I will send you the big email while Teresa tells you about that.
Yeah, we're going to, Heather and I are going to talk a little bit more and get everything fine-tuned and finalized. And we'll probably be getting a video out soon that will explain, because we're not going to start that till June. So the new way we're going to do Battle of the Stitches, we're still following the same Wednesday formats, but there's a few things we're tweaking a little bit. And so Heather and I will have videos out soon that'll be letting you guys know about the changes, which I think are for the better, really. So.
Okay, good.
Okay, Gina sent an email.
Did you talk about the new Premier Yarns?
No, I have not.
Did you want to? Because you're an affiliate.
Yeah. Let me pull that up. I should have had that pulled up.
They're pretty.
They are. Let me see here.
Also, guys, super chats are available for Teresa. Just saying.
I was going to do Chubby Bunny.
Yeah, you were.
I forgot about that. Hi, Vima. Hello.
Hey.
Let's see.
Oh, please don't tell me I lost that email. Come on.
Okay, hold on. I am not finding it. I wanted to tell y'all about, I didn't even think about this. I should have had it already pulled up. Let me find it real quick, guys. Sorry.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, I can't talk about it till tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry, guys. I'll just tell you, there's some new yarns coming out from Premier. I'm an affiliate, but I cannot reveal anything until tomorrow. Okay. So stay tuned. And I will have a little short. I'll probably have a short put out tomorrow about it that you guys can see. Yep, sorry, I'm a tease.
Yeah, it was my fault.
I was thinking it was today too, but I can't reveal anything till tomorrow.
I really thought it was today.
Nope. It's the 16th.
Ah, all right. Okay.
Yeah, I found it, Lori, but we can't. I found it, Lori, but we can't release anything until tomorrow. But you're gonna want to tune in because it's you're gonna like it. You're gonna love it.
And guys, tune into Teresa's channel about it because my link still doesn't work.
Oh no.
We can't. I don't know what happened. Okay, so this is crazy. I want to mention this. Teresa and I joined at the same time with the same link in the same email that they sent everybody.
Yeah.
For some reason, when I signed up, my page looked different than hers. Like I screenshot and she's like, my page doesn't look like that. My page
was weird.
Hers. I couldn't get a hold of anybody. And Teresa's like, oh, they emailed me back right away. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I feel like I'm in a cursed bubble. Yeah. And my link wouldn't work. And I emailed them several times like, hey, I'm clicking on my own link and nothing happens. They're like, oh, you just need to do this, this, and this. And I was like, okay, well, finally I got news. I had to message them on Instagram. Like they didn't even respond to their own emails. And then I messaged somebody and I said, okay, but how do I get paid? And they said, oh, you do this. So I did that. And then they said, oh no, this isn't valid and stuff like that. It's like, yes, it is. I am a human. That is my bank. What is going on?
Yeah.
Everybody else can pay me. I don't understand. So I messaged them again. Nothing. Radio silence for 2 months. And then finally I got back on Instagram and I was like, somebody needs to contact me because I emailed you 2 months ago. And they said, oh, well, we always respond to emails. Like, clearly you don't.
No, you didn't mind.
So I resent the email. I was like, fine. Okay, well, maybe they just didn't get it. So I resent it. Nothing. So I messaged them back on Instagram. I was like, does anybody respond to their emails? Because this is getting ridiculous. And I messaged Teresa and I was like, I have no idea what's going on. I don't understand. This is absurd. And Teresa's like, well, I'll ask them the question. So she asked them the question and I got my answer. But guess what? It still didn't work. So I mean, I think it's weird. Why does my page look different than hers? And why won't my links work?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I don't get it. Sketchy. It feels so sketchy. I majored in criminal justice. This is giving me such willies right now. And it's like, I don't even know if I want them to have my information. Like, I don't want to be scammed. And then Teresa's like, well, I got paid. And I was like, okay, so obviously it's legit. I know Premier Yarns is legit, but
yeah,
what is going on? So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. So if you want to buy from Premier Yarns, buy from Teresa. For now, because I can't. Yeah. My O-Fire link works, though. If you want to buy it from look.
Buy O-Fire from Shannon and buy Premier from me. There you go. Oh, Vima said it's the 16th of May where I am. You can tell me.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. I wish I could, Vima.
So the new pink tourmaline looks like this.
It's so pretty.
So what you can't tell from this picture, Teresa, do you have your peridot? Your green one?
Is that it?
No.
The parrot. Never mind. I know
the new green one. The new green one. Okay, can they see? All of that white stuff is sparkle. It's shimmer.
Yeah.
It looks like it's speckle, but it's actually shimmer. I don't know if you can tell in hers.
I'm trying to get the light to catch it, but it's really hard.
It's really pretty in person, I swear.
It is. It does. All of this just sparkles like gold. It's so pretty. I don't know if I can get it to.
And if you're a Wicked fan, this is a great set.
I don't know if y'all can see that. Well, there's a little bit right there. You can see a little bit of sparkle when I turn it.
Yeah.
A little bit. But yeah.
You know what, Jerry? I genuinely want to know that. I want to know. Because everybody who signed up, even if you didn't make any money, anyone who signed up got a water bottle. I haven't gotten anything. I've gotten nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
So it's like, did I even sign up? I don't know. I mean, I get the emails.
Mm-hmm.
I get the emails, but yeah. Oh, well, you're going to hate me in a second, Lexi, because Azalea reminds me of something else from Wicked. Here's Azalea.
It's so pretty.
It will not last long, y'all. This one sold out last year so fast. I'll put the links in a second. But this one reminded me of her dress.
Mm-hmm.
What did I do with that picture? Ah, here it is. The Ozdesk ballroom dress. Come on, tell me that doesn't look like this hook.
Yeah, it does.
Can you hold up your hook? Sorry. I can't do both. A little bit further back. There you go.
Look at that.
Yeah. So I call mine the Ozdesk dress.
There it goes.
Okay. So I will put the link if anybody wants it. I love Fire hooks. I wouldn't work for them if I didn't. Because believe me, there are things that is like, I do not want to work for certain companies because they are awful. What did I do with my notes? There it is. Okay, so this one is the Azalea that looks like the dress. Ha! Sorry, Lexi. I'm a huge Wicked fan. Actually, I'm a huge Oz fan. I have been since I was little. Okay, Oz since I was little. Wicked came out. I was much older. I sound way younger than I am. No.
Okay, what Nova and I were talking about patterns that for amigurumi that aren't specific and don't tell you everything.
No, what happened?
Oh, nothing. Usually it'll say start stuffing now, or this is where you need to put. No, it's telling you how to make the parts, but it's not being specific on anything else. So yeah, I'll have to figure that out. But
that's not
no big. The stuffing part's not bad. But yeah, it's kind of vague on some stuff. So we'll see.
Okay, Jana K, I love the name of your email. That is so cute. She has the cutest little email. Oh, where'd you come up with that name? I won't say it in case you don't want anyone else to have your email, but that is so cute.
I got to go back and look. I can't remember.
Okay, so if y'all want to know what I was working on. So I am going to go see the Lilo and Stitch live action with my friend next week. And I always like to crochet something to take to the movies with me. It's just what I do. And I had an idea to make a Stitch purse. What?
I was just looking at her email name. That's cute.
Yeah, is that cute?
Mm-hmm.
So I had the idea to make like a little Stitch purse, and I asked you guys what it should look like and stuff, and y'all had a lot of good ideas. Someone even told me to make a Stitch purse with a Lilo tot as like a little bag charm. Such a cute idea.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't, the bag wasn't working out. I don't know. I didn't like the shape. I didn't like the look. I tried a couple of styles. It wasn't for me. So then I was like, okay, I'll make the little Lilo tot. And then I went, I really don't want to embroider those leaves.
Oh, yeah.
Those beautiful leaves all over her dress. I really don't want to do that. So last night, this always happens. Last night I had a huge pain attack, a really, really, really bad one, which Teresa knows. Pray and she's going to come up with something creative. It's like the worst.
She does every time.
Superpower ever. Don't recommend this. But if I get an excruciating pain, I usually get a really creative idea.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if anyone remembers, because if you know, for me, it's been a really long time since I've seen Lilo and Stitch, but I did kind of remember this little thing. Lilo actually made a doll to play with her friends, so it's, crafty.
Mm-hmm.
Named Scrump.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was like, okay, I'll make that into a tot. And then the pain hit. And I went, oh my gosh, it should be a corgi, because everything should be corgis.
Did you? That is so cute. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, that is so cute.
The button is way too low. I can't. It's because when I closed her off. So that's better. So yeah, it's my little Scrump corgi.
That's very cute. They all love him.
Yes. So I think I'm going to add a little keychain and turn her into a little bag charm and put her on my purse. And she'll go to the movie with me. But isn't she cute?
She is so cute.
So if y'all are new, I like corgis. I had one.
Mm-hmm.
And I constantly make corgis. In fact, there's another one with me. I have my pineapple corgi.
So cute.
Which I also could have used, because Pineapple Island,
Mm-hmm. Or this one.
Yes, I made Teresa one for the
1950s. Bubbles. He's chewing bubble gum. His name's Bubbles.
Yep. I want to consider doing a book. I do, because I know y'all want to make these too.
Yeah.
But I gotta tell you, I'm not thrilled with the idea right now, because so much of my stuff has gotten stolen recently that I'm not happy with the crochet community right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really want to put him out there, because I don't want him to get stolen. I created this corgi pattern to honor my dog that passed away. And so if any of the little corgis get stolen, I'll be really devastated. So, yeah. But they are fun to make and show you guys.
I love it.
So.
She has, what is it, ice cream corgis?
Yeah, that also happened during the pain attack. It did. Do I still have, this actually might be the notebook where I have the drawing.
I think that happened one night. You messaged me, Teresa, I have ideas. Look.
Yeah, I think so.
During your, so cute.
I've made this one and this one so far. So, yeah.
What
are we doing? Oh, thank you, Lexi. That's sweet.
We're talking about gifts for guys next month on our live.
Yes. So less cutesy.
Yeah. But Father's Day month, so that's why we were thinking.
Yeah. I don't know if you know, Lexi, I have several chronic conditions, and so pain is inevitable. But there is a week out of the month where I have to get off my medication to let my body kind of like detox itself, because you can't have too much of this stuff in your system. And It is the worst week ever. And Teresa's like, we're going live this week. And I went, this week? Okay.
Yeah.
So I am here to support Teresa. But you got to know, this is rough right now.
I'm so sorry.
It just proves how much I love you.
Aw, I love you too. Yeah. I told you if you weren't up to it, it was okay.
I know, but I told you I'd try to do at least 1 hour. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I just had to pick which hour that was.
Right.
What was I doing? Oh, okay. So the second time. So Teresa and I did Film to Fiber for Alice in Wonderland. And that's on my channel. You can go see. And I was telling her the struggle of trying to make something for this collaboration. I'd been working on it for 2 months, and literally the week of, I came up with because every single idea failed, and it's not fair, but that's how it went. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am not going to have a project for my own collaboration. This is going to look so lame. Literally days before we went live, my brain goes, what if Alice in Wonderland was a corgi? I created 3 of my favorite corgis. I did Mad Hatter, Cheshire Corgi, which Teresa is in love with.
I love him.
And the Queen of Hearts. And then all of you were like, you need to continue this. We need to see all of them as corgis.
Yep.
And I have to say, the mental picture I have of the baby oysters as a little corgi with the little shell hat and the little skirt.
Oh, that would be so. Yeah. How cute.
Maybe next spring I'll have more Alice in Wonderland for y'all. Oh, thank you, Lex.
Oh, we're glad you did, Lex.
Yeah, and it's so funny because I just subscribed to you last night. It was so crazy. So when I saw your name pop up, I was like, oh my gosh, I know that name. I just subscribed.
Speaking of that, I need to go do that right now.
I saw the name of your channel. Cinnamon Stitches talked about you and your friend who does the yarn, the hand-dyed yarn.
There it is.
Oh, by the way.
Well, I thought that looked familiar. I'm already subscribed.
Oh, good.
I was thinking it looked familiar. That's why.
Yes, Kismet. Love it. Oh, how sweet. Yeah, so I was watching that video, and I was like, and she said that she was a cool how did Cinnamon Stitches describe her? She's like, she's a cool color hair person like me. And I was like, oh, I gotta check this girl out.
Oh.
And then okay. So Teresa, I was talking to Sweet Oddity Art and Pocket Yarn Lanes recently, the 2 designers.
Yes.
They want to be interviewed.
Yay.
Yeah. I don't see a lot of people attending my one with Pocket Yarn Lanes because she lives in the Philippines. So the replay will probably get more views. Yeah. But I'm super excited. And then of course Megan is still willing to be interviewed. I just have to get her.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Color-haired freak like me. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
I was a color-haired freak when I was little. My hair was 3 colors naturally. Underneath my entire underneath side was white.
Oh, so wow.
I was like strawberry blonde, dark auburn, and white underneath.
Oh, wow. Huh.
Yeah. I had really pretty highlights for free.
There you go.
Like, oh, where'd you get those pretty highlights? Oh, God.
God given. Yep.
He's the best. He's the best hairstylist.
Do y'all want to see anybody that's on here that didn't see the Battle of the Stitches?
Sneak peek? Yeah.
There's my sneak peek of what I'm making.
It's so pretty. And you use the Barocco?
Yep. I got that from the yarn shop I went to when I was in California. I found it in there. But this is it. It's the track stitch, and it's real simple. It's double treble, and it's separated by 3 rows of single crochet. So 3 rows of single crochet, your double treble, and then 3 rows of single crochet. So y'all can guess at what you think this is going to be. Yes. Yes, Jana K.
Y'all are in the Silver Fox Club.
Yes. I colored my hair. When I started getting gray, I started coloring my hair because I started going gray in like my mid 40s. And I thought, I don't want to be gray in my 40s.
Yeah.
And I thought, I want to wait till, at least in my 60s before I go gray. Well, my friend Shelly, she was like, we've got to make a pact. We're never going to color our hair. I said, I can't do that. I said, I don't know. Maybe that sounds vain of me, but I can't do it. I said, I just don't want to be gray yet. And then I finally decided, it was sometime last year. I thought, you know what? I'm just letting it go. I'm not messing with this. And another reason is because the cost of getting my hair colored was just going through the roof, ridiculous. And I was like, nope, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to let it go. So I have decided, last year I decided to let it go. And so it's got more gray than, it has been. It's coming in a little bit more, but I still got a little bit of my dark color in there.
It worked well for the tot. So thank you.
Yes, it did. Where is my tot? Here she is. Here's the tot that Shannon made of me. This is the Teresa tot.
Mine's downstairs. Sorry.
What do you think?
It's so cute. It turned out so cute. And Shelly's turned out cute too.
Yeah, Jana K, that's about when I decided to, no.
So my tot, if you're new,
55, I decided I'll let it go. Yep, there's my Teresa tot.
Tots, if you're new, are my tater tot-like shapes that I turn into anyone or anything that I wish. And I do this thing called Who's That Tot? And I turn different YouTubers into tots. I have done movie characters and stuff too, but y'all love it when I do real people.
Jana K said that tot is definitely me.
Maybe Jana K's next. We don't know.
Ooh, You never know who she's going to tot next.
It's so fun because a lot of people, because I turned off my subscriptions. Like you can't see who I subscribe to. And part of me did that on purpose because I can totally surprise people. Like, I didn't even know she watched my channel. Yeah. It's like, ta-da, you're a tot. So I think I don't know if they're on here, but I don't care. I'm gonna say it anyway. I think I want to do my Disney friends. So we have something called I really don't think they'll watch. So we have something called Pin Me Up Wednesday, which is where we show our pins or Disney collections of some kind. There are 4 people who set that up: Stephanie, Shay, De'Ara, and Devaney. And I think it'd be so funny to tease them, but I'll fix the thumbnail after a week. But if I teased them and made it look like a regular Pin Me Up Wednesday video, but it's actually a secret Who's That Tot video featuring the Pin Me Up Wednesday besties.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how cute would that be?
That is a great idea.
But then I'll change the thumbnail after a week though, so like my regular people know, like, oh, it was a Who's That Todd episode. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so thankful you've been subscribed for a while. Do you ever comment? Because I don't recognize your name. Oh, by the way, my mom was watching somebody. By the way, my mom is Dr. Mom, for those of you who don't know. She was watching somebody, some YouTuber, I don't know which one, and he said in his video that comments are like the biggest boost for your algorithm. Likes are good, shares are great, but watching videos all the way through, obviously, commenting is huge. And actually, people who don't comment on your videos and watch, it actually hurts our algorithm.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
Comment away, everybody.
Yeah, I did not know that. So
I didn't know that either.
So I filmed a video that I'm just going to like insert into the middle of my videos that's like, hey guys, by the way, commenting helps, you know. Because apparently it's so important. I didn't know that. So now I feel bad every time I haven't commented on somebody. But it's like, I gotta remember to comment more. Even if you just say hi or a heart or an emoji or, just, you know,
something. Yeah.
Ask a question, something. Yeah.
I didn't realize that either.
I didn't know that.
Huh.
But it makes a lot of sense because when you think about it, the people who are doing really, really well, they have a big comment section, you know?
Yeah.
So it makes a lot of sense actually. But it's like, whoa, I didn't know it could hurt us.
700,000 of comments. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
So yeah, for those of you who are content creators, now you know.
Yeah. Well, okay. We've been on for 2 hours and almost 15 minutes.
Hooray!
Yay! So does anybody, before we close and get off here, I don't want to push Shannon too far. She's had a rough day. So any questions for us or anything that we talked about that you have a question about before we close for tonight? Remember, our next live is the June the 12th. Did I say that right? Yeah. June the 12th. Still here on my channel at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. So mark that down. June 12th will be our next live. And we're going to be talking about crochet gifts for the guys. Someone told me you have to change privacy settings when you share your live.
No, you don't.
No, I've not had to do that. No. I
still get about 20 to 30 people every single time. So obviously people are seeing it. So I'm good.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna close for tonight, and we will see you guys in the next video. And I hope you guys have a great evening. Have a fabulous weekend, and stay tuned for tomorrow for our videos where we're going to show our favorite Hirschner's yarn. So, thank you guys for joining us tonight. And it's only for vertical.
Oh, for the ones you do on your phone. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So thank you guys for joining in tonight. We always appreciate you supporting our channels, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.